Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Tropical to Be Island. I hope that you're doing good today. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. Whatever you're doing, make sure that you're having fun. I am, and today I'm going to announce the week of the island. Well, it's kind of already started. It's hard for me to know because I am backlogging a little bit as usual. That's not gonna work. I'm backlogging a little bit as usual video-wise because I am, as always, traveling. It's getting old. It's getting old. But not only because of that, but because of me not being able to get enough of the island at the moment. And I hope that I have a lot of you that share that thought. I've seen a lot of comments saying that you absolutely love the series and you're addicted to it. And for those of you who are addicted to the series, it's not good to be addicted to anything except the Island series and any other series that I do on YouTube. But other than that, addictions aren't really good. But anyway, that's going to happen this week. It's going to be a little bit more of these episodes, and we'll see how I do. Oh, that's that. Okay, we'll see how I do on the other series. Whenever you have a game that you enjoy ever so much, it doesn't have to be Minecraft, but whenever you're like in the mood for playing one game, it doesn't really make sense not to use that mood and play that game. And currently for me, that is this world. I have so many good ideas. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Anyway, you may be wondering what I'm doing here. And this is actually kind of a big project that we're going to start today. I want to work a little bit on the landscaping. And one thing that I'm really, like the most reallys that you can ever imagine, annoyed about is the shape of this skull. From the back. Let me just show you. It looks like it's terrible. It's very, very bad. It's this thing. And you guys haven't said anything. You've been ever so kind. So what I'd like to do is try and build, and like I said, this is gigantic, and this is a project that I've never done before, but we're gonna raise a mountain right here. It's gonna wrap from there, hopefully, and then it's gonna go up on top of the thing, which now looks like a guy with headphones on him. Or a very bad comb over. Yeah, very bad comb over could be a thing as well. But we're gonna try and raise a mountain here today, or a mound, or a hill, or whatever have you. And I think that will make this place looks so much better. And then if there's time, I want to start with tropicizing the island. So I want to get rid of some of the sand. I want to get in the greens, maybe do some more palm trees, just work a little bit on the outside. You know, it's been a lot of technical episodes, and I feel that it's time for us to work a little bit on building. I'm really excited for some builds, and if we have the island week, we can do a lot of things hopefully this week. Anyway, first of all, I want to show you the map. Look at me. I have been completing, well, there's a little bit of a, oh crap, I did miss some spots, didn't I? Almost completed the southern part of the island, which I'm very proud of. I'm very happy about that. And there was a stone area here that I covered. I think I had something like 5 double chests worth of sand that I collected up the other day, and it's a lot of fun to cover it in sand. It's really a grindy process, but it is fun to see things come together. So yeah, I don't really know how to start this. It's gonna be, I think what you do when you build a mountain in Minecraft, because I don't think you do that in real life, is probably a good method is trying to map out heights and sizes and shapes, bends and stuff. Kind of like this. I haven't decided yet if it should be a flat side mountain, but maybe we should make it a flat side mountain. And that's a flat side mountain right there. Like, it shouldn't be a pile, but it should rather be something It's kind of coming down. It's like Highlands. Yeah, Highlands in Scotland. By the way, I've been there in Scotland, if there are any Scots watching this, except, or well, Crazy About Math is also Scottish. Been Scotland, that's one of the best countries in the world, landscape-wise. The only problem was when I was there, when I was there, is that correct English? I know people are keeping correcting me when I say where were I? It's supposed to be where was I, apparently. But anyway, where was I? See, I just did it. Scotland, yes. I was there in, last time I think was 2012, and I got so inspired to come back and play Minecraft in my world that I had back then. And I remember being upset that there wasn't more grass variations, because I wanted to build like a Highlands thing, but I can't remember if the biomes were implemented properly or if all the grass were very greenish, like origin grass and modded. Can't remember, but I do remember that I was pretty upset about it. Anyway, that's a little bit about Scotland. How does this look? Let's just try and imagine, and actually we should get rid of these mushrooms right here, like this. Good. Oh, and if you're wondering why I have so many levels, then you probably missed last episode, which is bad. Go back and watch it. We built this amazing XP farm, which is also a gold farm, however you want to see it. So I have been there a little bit more. I think I have like 6 stacks of gold blocks now, which is kind of amazing. We can build a big beacon if we wanted to. Okay, so let's just imagine for a second. Let's use our imagination. The mountain would come like this. It would go out, and then it would kind of go up there, which I don't really like. I think I want it to be taller here. So it goes like up, and then we want the skull eventually to be natural in the mountain. And then I want the mountain to kind of slope down here, but just to make sure we don't make it look weird, we'll probably come here and we'll have this pretty tall, so it doesn't look like we've fitted a mountain after the skull, basically, which we totally have, but no one should ever know. Yeah, that's probably a good height, and then we'll have another one of these right here. Yeah, and then I think we can pretty quickly slope it down. It's going to be a project, I tell you that. But it's going to be amazing if we can get it done. And then afterwards we can come and we can do some terrain work while we're at this. It's going to look weird with a grey mountain in a desert, so that we got to change. But I think that's a pretty good line. You got to look at the skyline now. We raise these 2 up, right? Yeah, that's going to be a good skyline. Sometimes I get these very weird ideas, and I just have to do them and see how things turns out. This is obviously looking absolutely terrible at the moment. It's really, really bad, but don't fear, we aren't done yet. We're not even close. Now, if you played a lot of Minecraft, I'm in the moment right now where, you know, either I go through with this, or I kind of still have the chance to back out, you know? Ooh, that pole just pulled me. Either I go through with it from here, or I back out at this stage. And it's gonna change so much of the island, of how the island looks and things, and it's very hard to say. But we still got, if we go with this, we will still have the skull, which I think is very important and is key to this island. We still have that like carved out, I suppose. But this mountain is pretty huge, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So let's take a look at this. Wow, I am nervous about taking this decision. I haven't decided yet, in case you're wondering. I'm leaning towards let's do it. Let's just do it, you know. YOLO and all that stuff. but it could potentially like destroy the whole thing here. We'll obviously not leave it like this if we go through with it. The next step is now to shape it. And I've never built a mountain before, so I was thinking that this gave me a good idea of the skyline, which it kind of did. The question is, how do we wrap this on the back? I was originally, as you can see, what we did there in the intro, I was thinking that we could bring it from there, but then we have this way too quick bend. And I just had to clear my throat. I apologize. Hopefully I remember to edit that out this time. For those of you who don't know what that means, you will never know, which is fantastic. Anyway, what we could do is basically just bring out this here, but I want it to look natural. So maybe what we'll do is come around like this, like this, supposed to say like this, and then we'd kind of cross through my temporary wheat and cow farm. This is a food source, by the way, something that we have to deal with. Didn't write it up on the project board, but it's on my to-do list. Yeah, we'll wrap it here, and we'll try and make this into a natural transition right here. Okay. Ooh, ghost block somewhere. They are fixing that in 1.9, I've heard. And that would be kind of the mountain part. The only thing that I'm concerned about, and the thing that we need to make sure that we are doing correctly at this stage, is we need to make sure that the mountain doesn't feel pasted in. And at the moment it's very pasted, of course. But I say let's try this. Let's go with it, okay? If we hate it, absolutely if we hate it after a few hours of terraforming here, we will take it down for sure. But if we were to go with this, the next step I suppose would be to kind of start this work. And I wanted to have it, as I said, I wanted to have a kind of flat feel, if that makes sense. I want to catch this in the sunrise. What do you think, guys? Not too shabby. Still needs a little bit more work, specifically this thing. I don't know what I did there. But let's get a better view from the front on the skull, because this area I'm getting pretty happy with. Yeah, check it out. This here got super nice. Got to look super nice. Wow. Wow, I'm losing my words. Yeah, got to do a little bit more here. Maybe one thing that I thought about, maybe we don't make a highlands thing. Maybe we make it go up and down a little bit and see if that helps, or if that does it for us here, because I think like we could have peaks, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're making some pretty good progress with placing down stone. I'm starting to see gray though. I'm filling in the top of the mountain to be now, and it's definitely becoming a highland mountain, and I hope that it's gonna work out. I've been too afraid to jump down now in a while and taking a look at it. I got all the sides pretty well figured out though, I think, and it's getting a little bit exciting because after this the shaping is the first stage of shaping is pretty much done, I'd say. Anyway, I wanted to bring you in because while doing this last episode I was speaking about when we did the project dashboard, I was talking about the Tortuga project that I have for a village with functional stuff, as well as adding a lot of life to our island. It's going to be pirate villagers. And I wanted to like let you know that any suggestions are very welcome in terms of builds. What kind of houses do we need to have in Tortuga? I've thought of a few already. I've thought about definitely like a library. We need a hoe house, which is where we'll make a villager breeder. I'm very excited about this, and I hope to get to it soon. It's gonna be over there. But yeah, you know how these pirate villages definitely have hoe houses. So we'll put like a hoe and a no. What was I gonna say? Yeah, a library definitely. We'll have probably an armor, a blacksmith, and we'll put a blacksmith villager in there that could sell some stuff that could be useful. I'm not sure. What else? Definitely some kind of horse stables and things, because I want to get into horse breeding eventually, and I would like to have like a horse testing facility. I guess pirates did have horses, right? I mean, Renskell is from pirate times, and he's a horse, so I think that makes sense. But just so you get the understanding of what the kind of builds that I'm looking for, builds where that would make sense that we have and that would be useful. I want them to all be useful as well. Then of course there will have to be some aesthetic buildings or houses. We're gonna make it very uniformed as well. It won't be it won't be so much style differentiation going into it. So I have a pretty good idea of how I want the houses to look. But of course, I mean, suggestions about that as well is ever so welcome. So you know where to put it. Down in the comments below is the answer to that question, in case you didn't know where to put it. But I just got a little bit more to fill out here, and then I think we're ready to go texturing mode on this thing. I think it is shape-wise looking gorgeous. I really like that we did this. And so, yeah, I'm done with the mountain shape-wise for now. We're gonna work with texture. So I brought some different blocks here, and this is actually gonna be kind of interesting and hopefully a little bit unique in what we're gonna do. As far as the mountain, we're gonna have... we're probably gonna have grass bordering this thing, and we'll bring up the grass, and this will make a huge difference. Trust me, because when you see a Minecraft mountain, you're used to seeing it with dirt and stuff on, and we don't really have that here. So so far, so that's gonna make a huge difference to bringing in a different color. But texture wise, I was thinking definitely we'll stick in, and we'll be kind of, you know, we won't be afraid on using andesite in this, because I think it makes sense. It's close enough to the smooth stone to be varying. I need to take English lessons. It's close enough to the smooth stone to be variations. Yeah, that's what I should say. All right, so we'll have that. I'm also thinking cobble. And now some of you may be saying, no, what are you doing, you crazy fool? Well, quiet. Shh, I say. Shush. We'll have just a little bit of cobblestone, and trust me, it's gonna be great. It's gonna look fantastic. It's supposed to be a little bit crackly cracked. Yeah, look at that. I should have... Hold on. I need a little bit more inventory space. Inventory. I have even crazier things in mind. Don't you worry. I have even crazier things than cobblestone. And you will see right now. Let me just collect this. This is actually the last stone that we have. I actually ran out of smooth stone while doing this. Okay. Now, what about having cyan stained clay in the mix? Okay, let's try that a little bit more. And this is basically do you remember that I said we're gonna build a volcano? Yeah, we're gonna use cyan stained clay. We're gonna use this color palette, but a little bit different. I think it's gonna look fantastic. All right. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. We may have to, with the cyan clay though, I think we have to be a little bit careful. I think we should use it, but maybe just in the bottom, like very scaffoldy, or not scaffoldy, very spotty every now so often. But it goes so well with andesite, and andesite kind of bridges the clay to the smooth stone, if you will. Oh baby, oh, it's gonna be so gorgeous. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking for the texture. A little bit of cobble, majority smooth stone, andesite in the mix. Then, as far as the details go, we're gonna bring in the green here. Okay, we're not gonna be we're not gonna be afraid. No, we're not gonna be afraid. We're gonna bring in leaves. It's gonna be a tropics mountain, and I've been looking at pictures, and the tropics mountains are usually covered in like bushes and stuff. So we'll definitely have grass going up as well. We like that, and we'll kind of differentiate height of the mountain by the grass. So we'll have a grass line that goes something like this, where my crosshair is, and that's gonna turn out great. Okay, we're also gonna mix in some vines. So let's get a few of these just fully grown. See how that sits in front of the blocks. Yes. Oh, it's gonna be so gorgeous. Okay, then in sections, I don't know about this, but does it make sense to also have dried up sections of the mountain? Possibly, right? So you'd have that, and then from there you would go with the grass on the outer side. So the grass wouldn't necessarily be all the way up on the mountain. This may actually be better to have everywhere. So instead of having grass growing up, we could do some coarse dirt. Only on the bottom part of it. Could be pretty cool. I'll have to think about that. How does that look with leafage? Oh, you know what? Oh, this is maybe even better. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Ladies and gentlemen. What about having the lower level be dirt, maybe a grass block every now so often coming up on the mountain, but mainly dirt and leaves like that, and we'll skip the whole hanging part, so the entire bottom will be bushes. That could be pretty good, actually. Okay, then in the grass, of course, we will grow not any stupid flowers. Please don't have any flowers anywhere. Jeez, that was a disturbing one. Yep, very good. Okay. And then we'd bring the grass out, and we'll start now with actually making the island tropics. With this project, we'll start making the island tropics, is the idea. But take a look at that. Take a look at that andesite being very discreet. Come on now. Come on now. You're feeling it? You're feeling the beauty and the glorious gorgeousness? I hope you are. Okay. Let me texture up a little bit more here, and we'll take a look at the bigger picture of how this is gonna look. Out of curiosity, how would it look if we have grass on top here? So, on the very top of it. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and remove that one. You know, bringing in that highland feel. Because I looked at some more pictures, and guess what? On all of the pictures I saw from tropics, when googling tropics, they're either volcanoes or highland mountains. There aren't like regular stone piles. Let's take a look at this. I've done some more as well. I'll show you. That ain't too bad. That ain't too shabby, right? I mean, it could need some more love. I have an idea. We could get back up there. Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness. We could add some coarse dirt, because I love it. Or some regular dirt. Dirt would also work, just to make that Minecrafty transition. Let's add a little bit here as well. And then we'll add some lights. There's a reason I wanted to see this at night time. I think it's really important to look at things in different lights. Have I told you that like several hundred times? Yes, I have. Well, I say it again. It's important. No, I'm just playing. Okay, let's also... I didn't like this So let's clear out that and that. So what was I saying? I've definitely textured quite a bit more here. I've also started to incorporate gravel. Just a tiny little bit like that is enough for now. And we'll add a torch there, I suppose. I would like to hide it though. Let's do this. Boop. Yeah. Okay. So I've done that side. I've done this. I brought out the grass a little bit. But yeah, with some leaves and maybe some vines up there, that could definitely work. That could definitely work. Man, I'm so glad that we did this. I think it's looking gorgeous. But that's going to do it for today. We definitely have to add palm trees. We have to terraform this lands more. So, but we are started with the tropics. I am, as I said, this week is going to be a week of the island week for sure. That means it's going to be more episodes. Please do comment more on these videos and continue to show your awesome support, because it's just amazing. It's such a good feeling when you guys do that. And you know, don't be afraid to suggest things or stuff like that. Let's see, that's the center, very center map. We gotta do this as well. See what happens. No, what is this? That is the wrong map, but I think we need to update that as well. I think that they... Oh, look at that. Look at the thing growing out there. You know what? This thing is bugged out. Yeah, let me relog here real quick. That usually solves it. Yeah, there we go. Relog and fixed it. Looking super strange over here, but this is just to remind you, this here is actually going to be part of that mountain. And then, of course, all the purple will be gone. So eventually, we'll just follow the curves here, and this won't look as weird. But we're getting a little bit of green in. Definitely loving it. I hope that you guys are excited for the continuing of this, and hopefully you continue to support the series by watching it, sharing it with your friends, liking the videos, giving me awesome suggestions and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope that you have a fantastic evening, and I see you in the next episode.